So Chuck, the fight's signed, sealed, and delivered against Tito, right? How excited are you?
Well, we haven't gone through the long contract yet, and we haven't got a date or a venue yet, so I'm still waiting. But I'm pretty sure it's going to go. So, it's not, Tito's Tito, so we'll see. I think he's still afraid of me, so it's still going to be a little bit of time for him.
I think after
getting a date and location.
I was told soon. I'm hoping this weekend, but because I like to just get started and get all that behind us and get working on the fight. So.
You're looking swell, man. What does it feel like to be back in this actually kind of fight in front of you?
It feels awesome, actually. I miss everything about fighting. So, being back in the ring and being out there again it's going to be a great time for me.
Do you feel as confident as ever against Tito? Despite after not fighting for so long, you can go in there and perform against him like you were able to the previous two.
I'll beat him every time we fight. One, I'm going to get prepared for him because I can't stand to lose to the guy. Secondly, he's still afraid of me. He's still trying to convince himself he can beat me. I mean, it's hard to fight a guy when you're that scared.
Chuck, how does a rivalry between two people last for 15 years? I mean, how can you not bury a hatchet in that amount of time?
Have you met him? Have you talked to him? Have you had any dealings with him? He just won't leave me alone. He won't shut up. He should have let a sleeping dog lie. He got me interested in fighting again, and he's going to pay for it.
Is that the funnest part of your career? What was the highlight of your career? Was it Tito or was it something else?
Winning the title against Randy after Randy beat me. I consider Randy a much better opponent. Tito is just fun. I don't like the guy, and he got a big mouth. And, I beat him at everything. I beat him in a straight wrestling match. I don't know what people... I'll beat him in a straight wrestling match. His style of wrestling is the style of wrestling I like. I'll beat him in a jiu-jitsu match. It doesn't matter. I'll beat him at whatever we do.
What's your reaction when you see all of the noise he's been making on social media, continually calling you out, telling you to sign the contract? Is it just funny to you at this point?
Oh, it's really funny to me because it's never been a problem with me signing a contract. If we're fighting, I say I'm going to fight, we're going to fight. He's the one you got to worry about. But yeah, I signed. And by the way, I signed it first, even though he was talking all that trash about me not signing. He hadn't signed yet, so it is what it is.
Is it going to be strange for you coming back and fighting for under a banner that's not the UFC, that's with a foreign promoter who hasn't really done any MMA promotion? What's that going to be like for you, do you think?
No, that's exciting actually, and I've done a lot of firsts in MMA. And now I'm really proud of that, and I got to do a lot of things first, and this will be, maybe, hopefully, this is a sign of another way the fighters getting paid.
What's Dana's reaction?
He's not happy about it, but if that's what I want to do, he's not going to stop me.
Do you guys still have much of a personal relationship?
Yeah, I still talk to Dana on a regular basis. Yeah, I talk to him here and there.
Is there a current fighter that you would like to fight in the UFC?
If I got around to fighting in the UFC, I'm gonna want to fight John. John likes to talk a lot, and I'd like to test his chin.
Now that there's momentum towards this and it's moving now, is it still your goal to ultimately make this not a one-off and you do, 1, 2, 3, 4 fights?
I will fight until I feel I shouldn't anymore. I mean, if I go out there and perform the way I think I will, or I know I will, I'll be fighting again.
Bad feelings towards Tito aside, are you surprised that you walked away quite a long time ago now that he has still been fighting rather consistently all these years later?
I'm not surprised. He's 5 years younger than me. He's stuck around a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, he stayed busy, and that's normal. I mean, I should have stayed busy too. I mean, I should have stayed in the game too.
Chuck, is there anything that you've done in your retirement that has fulfilled that hole, I guess, that walking out to the cage left?
There's nothing quite. I mean, I love raising my kids. I love being a father. That's my favorite thing. But that's not the same. It's something different. It's very rewarding. I love spending time with my family, spending time with my kids. But man, walking out in the ring, I love fighting. I love what I do. I love my job. I love training. I love everything about it. So
How do you beat Tito? How's it go?
well, beating Tito, look, it's going to take about, I don't know, a couple. I hit him a couple times in the head, defend a few shots, and he's going to break. He's a mental midget. He's like I'm saying, he's afraid of me. So once he figures out that I'm not slowed down, I still hit hard. I can still stop a shot. He's going to break.
How much do you miss this feeling? Like I can sense the intensity coming from you right now, and do you miss feeling this way and getting this kind of fired up and having this feeling, knowing that you're about to do this again?
Yes, I definitely miss being this way. I miss having a fight coming up. I miss training and being in the gym. So yeah, I'm happy to be back in the game.
So you can't go back to slow, or are you going to do it in LA?
We haven't decided 100%, but most likely stay in LA. John will still come down and work with me. Still be training with John too, but probably gonna stay in LA and work with some of my guys down there.
Will you guys be cutting weight for this, or is this just going to be at a heavyweight?
That's up to him. I don't care. 205. I'd like to fight at 205. I'm gonna walk in at 215 anyway. That's where I like to fight. I'm comfortable there. If he wants to stay bigger, I don't care. I mean, we've both been fighting that. We fought 205 for the last, 20 years. I mean, it's not like we're going to get that much bigger in that amount of time. It won't matter to me.
Chuck, if there's anybody who doesn't want to see this fight, I think it's mostly because they felt like they were worried about your health. Like at the end of your career, you weren't taking the shot the same. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate the concern. But if I truly felt that I got in the gym and I couldn't put things together, I thought I was going to get hurt, I wouldn't risk it. I'm healthy. I feel good. Everything's working right. So I'm really happy to be out there. And if I can say anything to him, don't worry about me. I'll take care of me.
Did you ever feel over these last few years that Tito robbed you of a few more fights because you were supposed to fight him and you ended up having to switch opponent? Did you ever feel like that?
I never felt like that, but that whole thing I hated it because it put Tito back and got attention back on Tito, and I argued not to have him coach against me because I knew he wouldn't fight me. I told Dana at the beginning he wouldn't fight me. And if you watch the show, week 8, some of the guys. They show on, I think, week 8 in the show. Some of the guys come to me and talk about Tito not going to fight because of his neck. That was week 1. Those guys came up to me. So he knew from the beginning that he would never plan on fighting me. He just wanted the press going up to it, but he was never going to fight me. So that's what bothered me.
Appreciate it, Chuck. Thanks, Chuck.